Hello guys, welcome to our channel. So today we are going to continue with our O-level maths. So this is paper 2 of June 2016 session, okay? And in this tutorial we are going to make maths easier and more understandable step by step. So whether you are preparing for exams, catching up on a topic, or just want to build your confidence in maths, you are in the right place, okay? So here we are having this question paper. So this question paper was written on June 2016. So in section A, we are required to answer all questions and it carries 64 marks, okay? So the first question says simplify 7.5 plus half multiplied by 8 minus 2. So here we are going to use our board mass. So it's board mass where B represents a bracket. So B is for bracket and O is off, D is division, and M for multiplication, and A is for addition, and S for subtraction, okay? So here we do not have a bracket, so we are going to start by multiplying half multiplied by 8. So half of 8 is equal to 4. So we can now say it is 7.5 plus 4 minus 2. So for us to simplify here, we are going to start by making this mixed fraction as an improper fraction. So given that we are having 7.5, so for us to convert 7.5 as the improper fraction, we are going to multiply 7 by 2 and add the result to 1 and then divide everything by 2. So it is now 7 by 2 plus 1. So 7 by 2, it gives us 14 plus 1, it is now 15 over 2. So here we can now say it is 15 over 2 plus 4 minus 2, and 15 over 2 plus 4, this gives us 23 over 2 minus 2. So 2 can be written as 2 over 1, so 2 becomes our common denominator. So 2 into 2, this gives us 1 multiplied by 23, it is equal to 23. 1 into 2, it gives us 2 multiplied by 2, it gives us 4. So 23 minus 4, this gives us 19 over 2. So our final answer is equal to 19 over 2, okay? So let us move on to the next part of the question. So here we are required to find the lowest common multiple, the LCM of 60 and 84. So for us to calculate for the lowest common multiple, we can start by expressing 60 and 84 as the products of its prime factors. So given that we are having 60, we can now say 60 and then divide by the smallest prime factor, which is 2. So 2 into 60, this gives us 30, and 2 into 30, this gives us 15. 3 into 15, this gives us 5, and 5 into 5, it gives us 1. So 60 is equal to 2 squared multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5, okay? And then for 84, and divide 84 by the smallest prime factor, which is equal to 2. So 2 into 84, this gives us 42, and 2 into 42, this gives us 21. So we can now say 3 into 21, this gives us 7, and 7 into 7, it is equal to 1. So 84 is now equal to 2 squared multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7. So the LCM, the lowest common multiple, the LCM, is now equal to the highest power, the highest degree of 2, and that of 3, and that of 5 and 7. So for 2, it is 2 to the power 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7. So 2 squared, this gives us 4, and then multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7. So if we multiply 4 by 3 by 5 by 3 by 5 by 7, this gives us 420. So if we divide 420 by 60, we want to prove that 420 is the lowest common multiple. So this gives us 7, okay? And then if we divide 420 by 84, 420 divided by 84, this gives us 5. So 420 is our lowest common multiple for 60 and 84. So our final answer is equal to 420, okay? So let us move on to the next question, number 1C, which says Mary, Peter, and John share a total amount of $500 in the ratio 3:2:5, and Mary uses part of her share to buy a pair of shoes costing $30. So we are required to calculate Mary's share. Alright, so given that we are having this ratio of 3:2:5, so the first thing we need to do here is to calculate the total parts of these ratios. So it is now 3 plus 2 plus 5, which is equal to 3 plus 2, it gives us 5 plus 5, which is equal to 10. So Mary's share, it is now equal to 3/10 multiplied by 500. Okay, so these zeros can cancel, and we are going to left with 3 multiplied by 50, which is equal to 150. Okay, so Mary's share is equal to $150. All right, $150. Okay, so let us move on to the next part of the question, which says calculate the percentage of Mary's share that is left. So given that Mary uses a part of her share to buy shoes costing $30, and we are required to calculate the percentage of Mary's share that is left. So the total money that Mary receives was $150, and she uses $30 to buy shoes. So the money that left, it is equal to $150 minus $30, which is equal to $120. So this gives us $120, and we are required to calculate the percentage of Mary's share that is left. So percentage of Mary's share that is left, it is equal to 120 divided by and leave this dollar sign, so it is 120 over 150 by 100. Okay, so this zero cancels, and we are going to be left with 120 by 10 divided by 15. Okay, so 120 by 10, it gives us 1200. So it is now 1200 divided by 15. So if we divide 1200 by 15, this gives us 1200 divided by 15, it gives us 80. So the percentage of Mary's share that is left, it is equal to 80%. Okay, so this is how you calculate the percentage of the money of the Mary's share that is left. So the first thing we need to do is to subtract the money she uses from the initial money that she had, and then use that value to calculate the percentage. So our answer was 120, so we divide 120 by the initial amount, which is 150. So it is 120 divided by 150 multiplied by 100. So this gives us 80%. Okay, so let us move on to the second question, question number 2. So the question number 2 says factorize completely 4c squared plus 12cn. So we are given 4c squared plus 12cn. So our common factor here, it is equal to 4c. So if you factor out 4c, we are going to divide 4c squared by 4c, which gives us c, and the 12cn by 4c, which gives us 3n. Okay, so our answer for 4c squared plus 12cn in a factorized form, it is 4c c plus 3n. Okay, and then the next part of the question says factorize completely k squared plus kh minus kp minus hp. So we are given k squared plus kh minus kp minus hp. So for us to factorize this, we are going to group our terms. So the first thing we need to do is to factorize these first two terms, and then factorize the second two terms. So given that here we are having a common factor k, we can simply factor out k to say it is now k, and the k squared divided by k, it gives us k, and kh divided by k, it gives us h, minus our common factor here for the second two terms, it is equal to p. So we can simply factor out p to say it is now k, kp divided by p, it gives us k, and minus hp divided by minus p, it gives us plus h. This is our new common factor, so we can simply factor it out to say it is now k plus h multiplied by k minus p. So this is our final answer. So it is k plus h multiplied by k minus p. Okay, And the next part of the question, we are required to solve the equation 12 minus y over 3 being equal to 5 minus 2y. So we are having 12 minus y over 3 being equal to 5 minus 2y. So the first thing we need to do here is to multiply everything by 3, the reciprocal of 1 over 3. So given that we are having 12 minus y over 3, we can simply say 12 minus y over 3 multiplied by 3, and this gives us 12 minus y. And for the terms on the right hand side, you can simply multiply them by 3. So it is now 3 multiplied by 5 minus 2y. So this gives us 12 minus y being equal to 3 by 5. It gives us 15 minus 2y by 3. It gives us negative 6y. Okay, so we are now having 12 minus y being equal to 15 minus 6y. So for us to solve equation is like we want to make the coefficient of y positive 1 and the power of y positive 1. So we are going to collect terms that are dependent to y to the one side of the equation, and those terms that are independent of y to the other side of the equation. Okay, so it is now 6y minus y being equal to 15 minus 12. Okay, so 6y minus y, this gives us 5y being equal to 15 minus 12, which is equal to 3. So y is equal to 3 over 5. Okay, so let us test this equation 12 minus y over 5 being equal to 5 minus 2y with this value of y 3 over 5. So if y is equal to 3 over 5, this value of y must satisfy this equation. Okay, so it is now 12 minus our y is equal to 3 over 5. So 3 over 5 divided by 3. So if we punch this on our calculator, it is 12 minus 3 over 5 divided by 3, which is equal to 19 over 5. Okay, and then for the right hand side, we are having 5 minus 2 multiplied by 3 over 5. So it is now 5 minus 2 multiplied by this, it gives us 6 over 5. So 5 minus 6 over 5, this gives us 19 over 5. So our correct answer, it is 3 over 5 for y. So y is equal to 3 over 5. Okay, and let us move on to part C of our question number 2, which says the mass m grams of a solid is inversely proportional to its volume v cubic centimeters. So in the first part of the question, we are required to find the formula connecting m and v, given that m is equal to 3.5 grams when v is equal to 4 cubic centimeters. Okay, so we are given that m is inversely proportional to v, our volume. So for us to remove this proportionality sign, we are going to introduce our equal sign and then with a constant. Okay, so it is m being equal to k over v. Okay, so given that our mass is equal to 3.5 and our v is equal to 4 cubic centimeters, so it is k over 4. So k is equal to 3.5 multiplied by 4. So it is 3.5 multiplied by 4, which gives us 14. So the value of k is equal to 14. So the formula connecting m and v, it is now m being equal to 14 over v. Okay, so this is our final answer. M is equal to 14 over v. And then for the next part of the question, which says find the value of m, given that v is equal to 6 cubic centimeters. So m is equal to 14 over v. So given that v is equal to 6 centimeters, we now say m is equal to 14 over 6, and we can divide everything by 2. So this gives us m being equal to 14 divided by 2, it gives us 7. 6 divided by 2, it gives us 3. So our final answer in its lowest term, it is equal to 7 over 3 grams. Okay, so it is 7 over 3 grams. And then in the next part, part D of the question, we are required to make x the subject of the formula. Given this equation, wx squared is equal to n. So we are having this wx squared is equal to n. So we want to make n the subject, x the subject of formula. So for us to make x the subject of formula, the coefficient of x must be positive 1 and the power of x must be also positive 1. So the first thing we need to do here is to divide both sides by w. So it is wx squared divided by w, which is equal to x squared being equal to n divided by w. Okay, so we want to make the power of x positive 1, so we are going to multiply this power by the reciprocal of 2. So given that we are having x squared, so we can simply say x squared to the power half being equal to n over w to the power half. So this 2 and this half multiply, and we are going to get x being equal to n over w to the power half. So n over w to the power half can be written as square root of n over w. So here we can write x being equal to the square root of n over w. So this is our final answer. Okay, so let us move on to the question number 3 of our question paper, June 2016, session paper 2. So the question number 3 says, in the diagram, LMN is equal to 90 degrees and MN is equal to x centimeters, ML is equal to x plus 3 centimeters, and LN is equal to 7 centimeters. So we are required to form an equation in x that ensure that it reduces to x squared plus 3x minus 20 being equal to 0. So given that we are having this right angle triangle, and this is our hypotenuse, and this one is our adjacent, and this one is our opposite. So from Pythagoras theorem, given that we label this A, this one C, and this one D, from Pythagoras theorem we understand that A squared is equal to C squared plus D squared. Okay, so we are going to use this idea to form an equation and show that it reduces to this form. Okay, so given that our hypotenuse is equal to 7, so it is now 7 squared being equal to opposite squared, which is equal to x squared, plus adjacent squared, which is equal to x plus 3 squared. So 7 squared, this gives us 49 being equal to x squared, plus if we expand this bracket, we are going to get x squared plus 3 by x, it gives us 3x by 2, it gives us 6x, and 3 by 3, it gives us 9. Okay, so we can add x squared plus x squared, which gives us 2x squared plus 6x plus 9 being equal to 49. So let us shift this 49 to the right hand side of the equation. So we are going to be left with 2x squared plus 6x minus 49 minus 9 plus 9, which is equal to 0. So minus 49 plus 9, it gives us 40. So it is now 2x squared plus 6x minus 40, which is equal to 2. So here we can factor out 2 because 2 is a common factor, so it is 40 here. So if we factor out 2, we are going to be left with 2 multiplied by x squared plus 3x minus 40 divided by 2, it gives us 20. So if we divide both sides by these 2, we are going to be left with x squared plus 3x minus 20 being equal to 0. Is this form required by our question? So we have managed to show that this equation can be reduced to this form, x squared plus 3x minus 20 being equal to 0. Okay, so in the second part of our question, we are required to solve the equation x squared plus 3x minus 20 being equal to 0, giving our answer correct to two significant figures. So whenever you see the question saying give the answer correct to two significant figures, it simply means that the equation cannot be factorized. So we cannot factorize x squared plus 3x minus 20. So we are going to use our quadratic formula, which says x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, so our a here, it is 1, and our b, it is equal to plus 3, and our c is equal to negative 20. So x is equal to minus 3 plus or minus what is our b? It is 3 squared, so it gives us 9, and our c is equal to negative 20. So if we multiply negative 4 by negative 20, it gives us positive 4 by 20 by 1 for a divided by 2, because 2 by 1, it gives us 2. Okay, so x is equal to minus 3 plus or minus square root of what? So here we are having 9 by 4 by 20, it gives us 80 divided by 2. So it is now x being equal to negative 3 plus or minus square root of 89 divided by 2. So x is either equal to negative 3 plus square root of 89 divided by 2, or x is equal to negative 3 minus square root of 89 divided by 2. So if we divide negative 3 plus square root of 89 by 2, this gives us 3.22. So we are required to give our answer correct to two significant figures. So this gives us 3.2. okay. And if we divide negative 3 minus square root of 89 divided by 2, this gives us negative 6.2. So x is either equal to 3.2 or negative 6.2. So we can also test our values of x. So if x is equal to 3.2, must satisfy this equation, which says x squared plus 3x minus 20 is equal to 0. So let us substitute our x as 3.2. So it is now 3.2 squared plus 3 multiplied by 3.2 minus 20. So we want to test that, is this equal to 0? So it is now 3.2 squared plus 3 multiplied by 3.2 minus 20, which is equal to negative 0.16, which is approximately equal to 0. So we can also test negative 6.2. So it is negative 6.2 squared plus 3 minus multiplied by negative 6.2 minus 20. So it is negative 6.2 squared plus 3 multiplied by negative 6.2 minus 20, which gives us negative 0.16, which is also approximately equal to 0. okay. So here we can now put our answers. X is either equal to 3.2 or negative 6.2. okay. So let us proceed, and in this part of our question we are required to calculate the perimeter of the triangle LMN. So this is our triangle, so we are required to calculate the perimeter, given that x is equal to 3.2, because we do not have a negative value for length. So our x is only 3.2. So for this side, we can now say for this side, given that x is equal to 3.2, it is now 3.2 plus 3, which is equal to 6.2, and then here it is 3.2. And the perimeter is the distance right around the shape. So our perimeter of this triangle, it is 7 plus 3.2 6.2. okay. So it's 7 plus 3.2 plus 6.2, which is equal to 16.4. So our final answer for the perimeter of this triangle is equal to 16.4 centimeters. okay. And then let us move on to part B of our question number 3, which says a Form 4 class has 40 pupils. All of them were asked whether they would like to study mathematics or physics after Form 4. Some of the results are shown in the Venn diagram. So the universal set is the set of all pupils in the class. M is the set of pupils who like mathematics, and P is the set of pupils who like physics. So we are required to find the number of elements for M union P. So M union P, it is equal to 6 plus 25. So it is 6 plus 25 plus 5, which is equal to 6 plus 25 plus 5. This gives us 36. So these are the students that like mathematics and physics. okay. So M union P, it is equal to 36 pupils. okay. And on the second part of the question, we are required to find the number of pupils who do not like either the subject. So given that the the N, M, union P, these are the students who like mathematics or physics, or both mathematics and physics. Okay, so for us to calculate the number of pupils who do not like either subject, we are going to subtract 36 from the total number of pupils in the class. So it is 40 minus 36, and this gives us 4 pupils. So the number of pupils who do not like either subject are 4 pupils. Okay, and let us move on to the last part of the question, which says find the number of elements for the M complement intersection with P. So this is this side, this shaded region. So the number of these number of elements here, it is what is it? It's 5. Okay, so this gives us 5 pupils. Paper. So here we are having this circle with K, J, M, and L, and this angle 48, and this angle 97, with these dimensions 20, 25, and 6. So we are required to find H, L, M, and also we are required to name the correct order the triangle which is similar to the triangle JKH. Okay, so let us fill up this circle. So given that here we are having 97 and here we are having 48, and the total of the interior angles for a triangle adds up to 180. So we can simply say 180 minus 48 minus 97. So this gives us what? 180 minus 48 minus 97. It is equal to 35. So the angle here is equal to 35 degrees. Okay, and then this angle here, it is equal to 180 minus 97. So if we say 180 minus 97, this gives us 83. So here it is 83 degrees. And as you can see from this point, this is also a straight line. So we can simply say 180 minus 97. So it is also equal to 83. So this gives us 83 degrees. And for this one, it is 180 minus 83, which is equal to 97 degrees. So these two opposite angles are equal. This one and this one are also equal, right? So for us to calculate this angle here and this angle here, we are going to use our theorems, which says angles subtended with the same chord or the same arc in the same segment are equal. So given that these angles here and this one are subtended with this chord KJL, so this gives us HML being equal to 48 degrees. And also you can see that this angle 35 and this one here, this one, they are subtended by this chord KM. So this angle 35, it is equal to this one. So this one, it is also equal to 35 degrees. Okay, so our angle HLM, what is it? H, so it is H here, LM, it is equal to 35 degrees. Okay, it is equal to 35 degrees. And then in the next part of our question, we are required to name the correct order of the triangle which is similar to the triangle JKH. So it is J, K, and H. So we are starting at this angle 35, and we go to 48 and ending at here 97. Okay, so we are starting from 35, so it is L, and goes to 48, it is M, and we end at 97, so it is H. So this triangle, it is equal to, it is similar to what? M, L, M, H. So the triangle JKH is similar to L, M, H. Okay, and we are also required to calculate the length of JK. So we are required to calculate the length of JK. What is our JK? So this is our JK here. So the length of JK, we are going to use our cosine rule, because we are having this length here 20, and we are also having this one 25 with this angle 97. So for us to calculate the length of JK, we are going to say JK squared is equal to 20 squared plus 25 squared minus 2 multiplied by 20 multiplied by 25 cosine 97. Okay, so 20 squared, this gives us 400, plus 25 squared, it gives us 625, minus 20 by 25, this gives us 500 by 2, it gives us 1000, multiplied by cosine 97. Okay, so 400 plus 625, 400 plus 625, it gives us 1025, 1025 minus 1000 cosine 97. So let us subtract 1000 cosine 97 from 1025. So this gives us 1146.87. okay, so jk squared, it is equal to this. So for us to find the length of jk, we are going to apply square root on both sides. So this gives us jk being equal to square root of this, which is equal to 33.9 centimeters. So our answer, it is equal to 33.9 or 34 centimeters. So our final answer is equal to 34 centimeters, correct to two significant figures. Okay, and on the second part of our part C question, we are required to calculate the area of the triangle JKH. So our triangle JKH is this one. So area of a non-right angle triangle, it is equal to half AB sine theta. So our theta, it is 97, and our A and B are 20 and 25. Okay, so the area of this triangle, it is equal to half of 20 by 25 multiplied by sine of 97. Okay, so 20 by 25, this gives us 500 multiplied by half, which is equal to 250 multiplied by sine of 97. So 250 sine of 97, this gives us 248.1 square centimeters. So the area of this triangle, it is equal to 248.1 square centimeters. So let us move on to the part C, item 3 of our question, which says calculate the area of the triangle HLM. So we are required to calculate the area of this triangle here, our HLM. So given that we managed to calculate the angle here, it is 97, and we are having this HM, which is equal to 6. So for us to calculate the area, we need to find the length of this side HL. So for us to calculate the length of this side, we are going to use our sine rule. So the sine rule, it is now sine of 35 divided by 6 being equal to sine of 48 over x. Okay, so x, it is the length HL. So for us to calculate x, we are going to cross multiply. So it is now x sine of 35 being equal to 6 sine of 48. So x is equal to 6 sine of 48 divided by sine of 35. Okay, so if we divide 6 sine of 48 by sine of 35, we are going to get x being equal to 7.77. So the length of this side is equal to 7.77 centimeters. So for us to calculate the area, we are now going to use our formula here, half AB sine theta, and our theta is equal to 97 degrees, and our A and B are 6 and 7.7 centimeters. Okay, so we can now say the area of this triangle, it is equal to half AB multiplied by sine theta. So it is half of 6 multiplied by 7.77 multiplied by sine of 97. Okay, so 6 multiplied by 7.77, this gives us 46.62. so it is half of 46.62 multiplied by sine of 97. So half of 46.462, it gives us 23.31. so it's 23.31 sine of 97. So 23.31 multiplied by sine of 97, this gives us 23.1. So the area of this small triangle HLM is equal to 23.1 square centimeters. Okay, and let us move on to question number 5 of our question paper, which says given that A is equal to 2, -3, 5, and Y, B is equal to this matrix -4 and 3, and C is equal to 5, 2, -4, -9, and we are required to find the value of Y for which A has no inverse. So when A doesn't have an inverse, this simply means that the matrix A, it is a singular matrix, and the determinant of this matrix, it is equal to 0. Okay, so once to calculate the determinant of this, we are going to say it is 2 by Y minus 3 by 5. So this gives us 2y minus 3 by 5, it gives us 15. So it is 15 by minus 15. So it is minus 15, and this gives us plus 15, being equal to 0. Okay, so 2y is now equal to -15, and y is equal to -15 divided by 2. So this is the correct value of y. Y is equal to -15/2. And let us move on to the next part of the question, which says evaluate a plus c using the value of y in the item 1. So given that we want to evaluate a plus c, and we are given the value of y here, -15/2, so it is now it is 2 minus 3, 5, -15/2, plus what is our c? Our c is 5, 2 minus 4 minus 9. So this gives us 2 plus 5, it is equal to 7. So 5 minus 4, it gives us 1, and minus 3 plus 2, it gives us -1. Minus 15/2 minus 9, minus 15/2 minus 9. This gives us -33/2. Okay, so this is our answer using our value of y in the first item. Okay, so we are also required to find the inverse of c. So given that the value of c is equal to, the matrix c is equal to 5, 2 minus 4 minus 9, so c is equal to what? 5, 2 minus 4 minus 9, so it's 5, 2 minus 4 minus 9. So for us to calculate the inverse of this matrix, the first thing we need to do is to calculate the determinant of this matrix C. So the determinant of this, it is 5 multiplied by -9 minus 2 multiplied by -4. So this gives us -45, and the 2 multiplied by -4, it gives us -8. So minus -8, it gives us +8. So it is now -45 plus 8, -45 plus 8, which is equal to -37. Okay, so our determinant is equal to -37. So our inverse is -1/37, and we are going to interchange 5 and -9. So -9 goes here and 5 goes here, so this gives us -9 and 5. And for 2 and -4, we are going to multiply them by -1. So -4 multiplied by -1, it gives us 4, and 2 multiplied by -1, it gives us 2. So this is our answer, the inverse of C. Okay, and we are required to evaluate BC in the fourth part of our question. So given that our B is equal to what? What is the value of B? -43. So our B is equal to -43 multiplied by our C is equal to 5, 2 minus 4 minus 9. So this is a 1 by 2 matrix multiplying this 2 by 2 matrix. So we are having 1 by 2 multiplying this 2 by 2. So whenever these two numbers are the same, this simply say these two matrices can multiply each other. Okay, so when these two numbers are different, this simply means that we can't multiply these two matrices. Okay, so we can now say our final matrix, it is 1 by 2 from these two values 1 and 2. So we can now say it is -4 multiplied by what? By 5. So it is -4 multiplied by 5 plus 3 multiplied by 2 and -4 multiplied by -4, -4 multiplied by -4 plus 3 multiplied by negative 9. Okay, so this is our matrix. So minus 4 by 5, it gives us minus 20, plus 6, and minus 4 by minus 4, it gives us 16. 3 by minus 9, it gives us minus 27. Okay, so minus 20 plus 6, this is equal to minus 14. 16 minus 27, it gives us negative 11. So our final answer, it is equal to minus 14 minus 11. Okay, and then our last part of the question, which says if log x log 27 base x is equal to 1.5, find the value of x. So we can express 1.5 as 3 over 2. So it is now log of x, log of 27 base x being equal to 3 over 2. Okay, so for us to calculate the value of 27, we can simply shift this x here, and becomes the base of 3 over 2. So here we can now say it's 27 being equal to x being raised to the power 3 over 2. So for us to calculate the value of x, here we can raise 27 and x to the power 3 over 2 raised to the reciprocal of 3 over 2. So the reciprocal of 3 over 2, it is equal to, the reciprocal of 3 over 2 is equal to 2 over 3. So we need also to raise 27 to the power 2 over 3. So it is now 27 raised to the power 2 over 3 being equal to x. Okay, so given that 27 can be written as 3 raised to the power 3, so it is 3 raised to the power 3 multiplying by raised to the power 2 over 3 being equal to x. So we are going to multiply these powers, so x is now equal to 3 raised to the power 2. So x is equal to 9. So the value of x is equal to